Welcome in Karibuni to Aroma of Zanzibar. Today I bring you Tambi za Kukaanga, which are basically roasted vermicelli noodles. So over here I have got two types of vermicellis. I've got these ones that are already broken down, or you can use these ones. These are coiled ones. You can also use angel hair, which are a little bit thinner. They're all pasta family. Okay, so I'm using this. I've got half a packet of this. And also some raisins, as well as some ghee and some sugar, about a quarter teaspoon of cardamom powder and some water. Excuse me. So I'm using a heavy saucepan, and make sure the heat is in low medium, and I'm using about 1.5 tablespoons of ghee. Once it's heated up, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm breaking down the vermicelli since they were coiled. So if you use the other ones, it's fine. If you use angel hair, you may need to break it down too, because it's very easy. We're going to be tossing and turning this, so it's easy when they're in the smaller sizes. Okay, so I'm also adding a little bit of more from the other packet. Now the coiled ones come in 180 grams, and you can also get some of them 200 grams. They have different kind of packaging. Now, if you're using the 200 grams packaging, you will need 2 tablespoons of ghee. Okay. So what I'm looking for here is I'm basically going to be tossing and turning them until I get a nice golden brown. And this process should take about 10 to 15 minutes. So a little patience is required over there. And yeah, so basically we serve this. This is a sweet side dish, like many, in Zanzibar, we always have a sweet side dish with our meal, when you're feasting, not every day, basically. And it's not very sweet. It's not a dessert. It's just a, side dish. And we also serve it in Ramadan, and we also serve it on Eid, with breakfast. And so this was like 5 o'clock in the morning on Eid day, and I was preparing this for the family. So obviously I didn't have time to edit the video. Okay, so as you can see, my colors are just coming through, and heat again is very important, because you don't want to burn this, and you get some of them are dark brown and some of them are light brown. They don't look as nice. Okay, so you can just flip them on the pan like that. Yeah, make sure you don't throw them around. Now, for this recipe, please do not use rice vermicellis. It will not give you this effect or this color at all. Okay, so it's the pastas, the pasta vermicellis, which are made of wheat and semolina. Some of them just wheat. Okay, that would work very well. Okay, and you can make this into a dessert. The Indians make it as a dessert. So instead of cooking it with water, they cook it with milk, and it's more, flowy liquid form rather than a dry form like we Swahili people make it. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just tossing them. And once you're satisfied with the color, you don't want them too dark either. Nice golden brown. They look really good. Okay, once you're satisfied with the color, just add the water. I started with 3/4 cup of water. I wasn't sure, I usually just eyeball my measurements until when I'm ready to make a video, then I, put the measurement properly. So I started with a 3/4 cup, and then I added a 1/4 cup. You basically just want to come to the same level, or maybe a little bit more, okay? And 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. You can add a little more. You can go up to 3, but not more than that, unless you really want them so sweet. I also added the cardamom powder. You can add cinnamon sticks if you want. You can also flavor them with some vanilla extract, maybe about a teaspoon. That also should work well. So you want to cover them. And I forgot to add my raisins. You can use raisins, sultanas, any amount that you want. You can also use any kind of nuts, especially almonds. Goes very well with this dish. Okay, so once your liquid has dried up, so I'm just checking since I wasn't sure with about the water. They're a bit rubbery, so I added another almost half a cup of water. So you would use for a packet of 180 grams, you would use 1.25 to 1.5 cups of water. Okay, and if you're using the 200 grams, then you would use 2 cups of water. Okay, so now cover them and let them simmer and cook for about 5 minutes on medium heat. Okay, so now they're almost ready. And what you want to do is you just want to make sure that the liquid is dry totally, but your tambis are not, like really, really dry. Okay, so what I'm doing here, basically I'm, just stirring to make sure that the water is dried up. And at the same time, the sugar is not going to caramelize. So as soon as you see your vermicellis are sticking to the pan, then you know that, the water is completely evaporated and you are ready to serve this. Okay, very simple dish. So I'm ready to serve this, and you can serve them warm or room temperature. And I like to sprinkle some cardamom on top when I'm serving them. And also you can sprinkle some almonds or pistachios too as well if you want. And I also decided to add more raisins because I realized that I didn't put enough raisins. So that's about it. So thank you so much. For more recipes, please visit me at Aroma of Zanzibar, and also do find the ingredients and the measurements on this page in the description box below.